Welcome to this week's edition of Political Talk. I'm Jill Langman. Some top stories that can be found throughout the week. Craig Deere was appointed by Trump last month to head the National Security Council's Western Hemisphere Division. During a private speech, the senior official criticized President Donald Trump's policies towards Mexico. Current and former administration officials say that Deere's termination was linked to the remarks he made during that Thursday private talk in Washington. Dishonest, out of control, and fake news are some of the phrases President Trump used to describe the media during an ongoing battle with the press. Capitol Hill GOP members, however, are not drawing the same conclusions as their party's leader. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle agree that the American people are not well served by the continued animosity between the White House and the press corps. A little closer to home in South Dakota, lawmakers passed the gold card gun permit, allowing cardholders to bypass a background check for every gun purchase. This new law officially went into effect January 1st of this year, but so far, no one has been able to go through the full application process due to the holdup with federal approval. South Dakota lawmakers this week plan to consider measures on abortion, campaign finance, and the governor's emergency powers. The House committee will be taking a look at a bill Tuesday that aims to ban a second trimester abortion. The full House is considering a bill that will restrict the flow of out-of-state money into South Dakota ballot question campaigns. Then the Senate will draw up plans for a public safety proposal on Wednesday that was created from Governor Dennis Dugard for the Dakota Access Pipeline protests in North Dakota. And now I'm joined here today with Mike Thompson. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to talk a little bit about Trump's travel ban today. Can you explain the legalities about this ban?
Well, a federal court has stopped the second one. We had the first travel ban, the federal court stopped that one. And then Trump came out with another one that the federal courts have now stopped again. And the president's power, I think it's important that people understand from a constitutional standpoint where this power comes from, his power to do an executive order. Congress has the power to make rules regarding immigration. That's a congressional power. Congress has delegated that power to the president, which is constitutional. They can delegate that power. And so the president is, whenever, under the Immigration and Naturalization Act, anytime the president finds that he needs to restrict entry by certain people, he can do that. But he can't do that discriminatorily. So the first allegation is that he has this power to determine who's going to come in and who's not, but he's exercising it discriminatorily based on religion. And then the second argument is that he has focused on Islam, the religion, and that is a violation of the First Amendment Establishment Clause.
And for my curiosity, judges have been putting stops to it. How does that fit in legally? How can judges do that in a way?
No, that's a perfect question. Judges under Article 3 of the Constitution, of course, have the power to check the other branches. And so if someone wants to contest, like some of the people who are contesting the ban are states, like the state of Washington, and those who are saying that the ban hurts our employment, it hurts other state interests. So they're the ones who bring the lawsuit to nix the travel ban, to get rid of it. And then the courts that creates a controversy that the courts have to decide. From a legal standpoint, it's sort of complicated because the federal courts, all they have done is entered what's called an injunction, which is an order stopping the implementation of the ban. They haven't determined that the ban is actually discriminatory. They've just stopped it from going into place right now until we can have further hearings on whether or not it is actually discriminatory.
And do you think that it'll keep going this direction where he will put another executive order in place and people just keep stopping it, or do you think that they'll eventually gain common ground?
I think that this order will be fully litigated. I think he'll litigate this one as far as he can, and then I think he'll live with the result after that, because there's not going to be any sense in keeping up that effort, I don't think.
Well, thank you for stopping by today.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you.